Assalamualaikum to our Madam Azlina, Mohamed, Yunus. My name is Nur binti Azmi, and I am presenter 1 in this group. Now, let's meet our best team members. The second presenter will be Mohamed Khairul, while the third presenter will be Winna, and the last presenter is Nur Fazreena. We are Group 6 from class BA 2342A. Our group will be presenting about coping with challenging customer. Now, let me explain the introduction of this topic. So, what is a customer? Customer is a person who buy goods and services. I am a customer. We are a customer. But did you know that customers always have their own problems, questions, fears, and personality, which sometimes making it hard to solve their problem? A challenging customer should be anyone who does not follow the rules. They are the one who make things hard and don't act right and act like it's always your fault. As a customer service worker, we learn how to deal with difficult customers because this customer also should be treated the same as any other customer. Customer service also should show these people what they need. Try to solve their problem without making a new ones and make them happy with our help. Sometimes, as customer service, we don't have to follow our own rules. Instead, we have to listen to the customer and do what they think is right. But if nothing else works, it's not our fault because we already do a great job and set the rules. The last point I want to share here is challenging customer will make customer service worker feel like they are not doing a good job and their time is being wasted. But difficult customers are not bad or pointless. They are just having a hard time. These customers have lost everything and want customer service to help them figure out what went wrong. Customers who are hard to deal with can be annoying sometimes, but they are also important in our business. In this slide, I'm gonna explain what is the reason we choose this topic. The first reason is we find this topic interesting. In this topic, we will learn about why customers are challenging. Customers can be hard to deal with because they might have personalities or ways of talking that are hard for us to understand. This topic will teach us how to spot and deal with challenging customers. For example, a customer might not speak your language, or they might not know enough about the product or situation to help you. The second reason why we decided to choose this topic because we can improve our skill. As a customer representative, we should be able to solve problems, pay attention, talk clearly, and be able to read customers. For instance, this topic will teach us what to do when we are wrong. When customer service believe they are treated a customer inappropriately, they should review the situation first, observe the customer reaction, admit the mistake, apologize for your action or error, and lastly, find the solution and implement it. The third reason why we choose this topic is because we may practice this knowledge when we are starting our working life. Many jobs like waiter, promoter, cashier, and customer service involve dealing with customers. So it's important to know how to deal with a challenging customer so we can do our job well and complete them. For example, if a customer service representative doesn't know how to deal with an immature customer, they might scold them, which is a very terrible idea. As a customer service, we should listen to customer explanation of the situation before responding. Allow customer to fully describe their problem or questions. When responding, be frank about the consequences that may result from customer actions. I think this is a very important and useful subject that can be used in the future.
Assalamualaikum and hello. My name is Mohamed Khairul, and today I want to talk about challenging customer. As we interact with individuals in our everyday life, we come to realize that certain people are easier to be around than others. In business, we must deal with clients, including those that provide us with the greatest obstacles. So, who are the difficult clients? They are customers who have issues, queries, anxieties, and personalities that call on us to strive for genuine dialogue. Due to the fact that each individual is unique, no two people will find the same client to be difficult. For example, there is a complainant client. Customers frequently voice concern, and complaint can be a great source of constructive criticism for your business. However, you may come across a customer who is often complaining even about the most unimportant of difficulties. Dealing with the demanding client can be a challenging, but the truth is that they are still our customer, and our first priority is to provide exceptional customer service and ensure that they are satisfied with their experience. Next, I want to discuss the reason behind why are customers challenging. We will look at the different reasons why those difficult customers exist in today's world. Communication barriers can lead to difficulties. This could be because of language barrier or speaking in vernacular. This can be challenging for anyone who is not fluent in the language, making it difficult to communicate with salesperson, bank employees, and others. Another reason is impatient. People are often in a hurry and may become impatient, especially in a bank setting where they have their own problem to handle. However, it's important to remember that customer service and staff members are also ordinary people, and they take their time to understand and resolve our issue effectively. Additionally, some customers may not be able to communicate effectively, which can make it challenging for us to help them. It's important to treat one another kindly and try to communicate in the best way possible. Lastly, some customers may be agitated about something unrelated to us. It's possible that they had a difficult day, but we should maintain our composure and not take it personally. Now, let's talk about a topic that affects every customer service representative and business in general: challenging customer. As we all know, the popular phrase, "the customer is always right," is not always true. Customers are human beings who make mistakes, and sometimes their behavior can be challenging to deal with. But it is important to remember that many of these problems are actually caused by our own action or lack of communication skill. So, how do we avoid creating challenging customers? The answer is simple: communication. In this presentation, I will be discussing 5 key tips to effectively communicate with customers and avoid creating challenging customers. Now, let's move to the 5 key tips for not creating challenging customers. Firstly, it's important to respect the customer time. As customer service representative, we must make sure that the customer feel that their time is valuable and well spent. This will help to establish trust and a positive relationship with the customer. Secondly, we must avoid negative mood toward customer. Even if the customer is being rude or uncooperative, it's important to maintain professionalism and handle the situation with dignity. Thirdly, recognize regular customer is key to building a loyal customer base. Try to learn their name and make an effort to create a personal connection with them. Fourthly, it's important to avoid destructive remarks. Negative comment can harm the customer perception of your business and damage the relationship. And finally, taking the initiative is a great way to show the customer that you care and are willing to go above and beyond to meet their needs. Try to put yourself in their shoes and be a great listener. So, these are the 5 key tips for effective communication and avoiding challenging customer. Thank you.
Thank you, Muhammad Khairul, for the explanation. Next, Winna, will be explaining about the characteristics of challenging customers. Firstly, impatient customers. Always consider the possibility that customer frustration are caused by factors beyond our control when dealing with impatience or eager patrons. It is essential that we stress to our clientele that we want to work efficiently along each other. For example, whenever a customer loses his cool, we can try to apologize and soothe them down before resorting to more drastic measures. Since it is widely known that clients who are unable to wait can be particularly challenging to serve, we will need to exercise self-control with these kinds of individuals. Secondly, angry customers. The people who fall under this category have trouble keeping their emotions in check and often lose their cool in public. They are prone to making a scene which can be unpleasant. The best way to deal with an angry customer is we need to ask clients to elaborate on their situations. Maybe when they vent their frustration, they feel better. Hold off on response until they finish what you're saying. Examine potential solutions in an effort to find the best one to fix the issue at hand. Thirdly, language and/or cultural barriers. Sometimes it's difficult to communicate to someone even if we both speak the same language. As more and more people from all over the world are welcome into our society, we're seeing a different level of second language proficiency among them. For instance, creating illustrations can help customers who do not speak English comprehend what you're saying. Plus, there should be no use of slang or dialect by the customer service employees when communicating with these kinds of customers. Fourthly, analytical customers. People that fit this profile are inquisitive but reserved in their interactions with staff. They prefer standard established procedures and guidelines. Analytical customers use their judgments and facts to make decisions. For instance, provide them with information that is presented in a clear, sequential format and make it clear how the offering satisfies their needs. Give actual examples and let the results speak. Give them time to draw their own findings and supply any background research data they need and ask if they have further questions and reply swiftly. Fifthly, non-committal customers. These customers tend to have difficulty deciding and search for other alternatives. They might well have rushed to choose one option, then regret it. For instance, customer service employees can contribute ideas that will help them decide quickly. If it's not possible, propose an alternative timeline that gives them adequate time to consider the proposal. Also, guarantee the customers that they be completely satisfied with the assistance that were delivered. Convince them that choices presented are good ones so that they can act with assurance and speed. Next, positive power of empathy. One of the best ways to demonstrate empathy is to tailor one actions to each individual client's requirements and desires. But buyers utilize more than just sympathy and consider many different criteria when making purchases and evaluations. It's a component of EQ and needs to be grounded in reality too. For instance, I'm cooperating with the group to resolve this issue immediately. It's a better choice of words than the staff shall fix this issue soon. Customers are more likely to be pleased when you use these kinds of expressions when communicating with them. Moving along with responsibility check. Responsibility and authority in a given situation are determined through analysis. For instance, as a customer service to a fashion boutique, keeping the customers happy requires prioritizing their comfort, providing them with valuable perks, and putting them at ease. The boutique customer service staff is responsible for ensuring that guests have a pleasant shopping. If something goes wrong because of irresponsible behavior on the part of the customers, for instance, a child disappears from the boutique while their mother shops. It is the customer's responsibility to find out what happened. Customer service is tasked with assisting in the search for the missing child, and customers call the guard security to review the child movements on the boutique surveillance footage. The goal of identifying the responsible party in a given situation is to first ascertain the nature of the problem and then place responsibility with the right person. A responsibility check must be handled delicately. Nevertheless, it could lead to better customer care for all clients. Next, I'll pass to Nur Fazreena to present her part.
Thank you to Khairul and Winna for great explanation. Now, let me explain to all of you the next element in coping with challenging customer. First, is what to do when you are wrong. Second, is a 6 super ways to cope with challenging customer. Lastly, pay off or coping with challenging customer. As we all know, customer service is the assistance you provide to your customer from the moment they contact your business to months and years later on. But there's a potential that customer service will not treat all customers properly as well as communicate with the customer. Customer service is also a human being with feelings and emotion. Handling difficult customer is stressful for any customer service representative, but the most important thing you can do is respect, be patient, and consideration for them. Thus, after recognizing that a consumer has been mistreated, they need to fix those mistakes that has already been made. First, customer service must assess the situation. Consider the situation from the perspective of customer. Consider what will you say to the customer that may offend them. Even if an adjustment is required, you should express it politely to avoid upsetting yourself in front of the customer. Second, check the customer reaction. As a customer service representative, you must think that our action do not cause our customer to appear upset, hurt, or surprised. We must learn how to communicate effectively and control our anger. From that, we are able to determine the source of the problems by making an observation. The third way to solve the problem is to admit your fault. Whether it was a mistake in your affirmation or judgment, it always best to admit that you are aware of it. This is due to the fact that when you admit your mistakes, the customer is more likely to trust you than anyone else. Making mistakes is also a natural part of life. We all make a silly mistake sometimes and learn something from them. Here are 6 family ways to deal with difficult customers. First is listen. As a good customer service representative, you should not argue with customers when you already know what they are going to say next and that they may not have all the information, but rather than let them speak for themselves. This will help you identify and comprehend the source of the problems. Allow the customer to speak while you listen to understand. After the customer has finished, sum up your understanding of the issue from your own point of view. As a result, you will be able to accurately identify the root cause of the problems and reduce the risk of customer misunderstanding. Second, ask questions to your customer. Before you begin asking the question to your customer, you must first ensure that your customer has finished talking and has finished explaining their troubles. In this case, you should use a gentle tone of voice and maintain the eye contact with the customer to show that you are concerned about their problems. This will assist you in gaining the client trust and making the customer feel at ease in addressing their complaints. At the end, you will see from what you decide is happening. Showing empathy is the third way. Empathy is the ability to sense other people's emotion and to imagine what they are contemplating or feeling. Furthermore, it is crucial for us to provide a positive customer experience. It is vital to put yourself in the shoes of the customer and take appropriate action to help resolve the situation. For example, you could say that, I understand how frustrating it went. I realize how difficult it is to you. As a result, it demonstrates that you are aware of their current situation and are attempting to solve the problems in an efficient and effective way. Is resolve the issue. In this situation, you must try to be creative while clinging to a company policy in order to generate positive solutions and outcomes for both the customer and the organization. Furthermore, you must ensure that your solution falls within your capabilities and authorities. If the solution is beyond your abilities, you are encouraged to consult with your superior. This will aid in the smooth resolution of the problems. As a result, customer satisfaction, loyalty, and sales may increase when we are able to resolve our customer issue. Last but not least, follow up with customer. Follow-up demonstrates that you are concerned with more than just the sale and you are interested in developing relationship with customers. In fact, it tends to increase the customer's trust in your brand. Furthermore, it may persuade them to choose your brand again in the future. Finally, conclude on a positive note for customer. To end with positive note for customer, it is crucial that we express our gratitude for their patience and understanding. Words such as thank you, please come again, and have a nice day are helpful and necessary to make it more memorable and as a token of appreciation from us as a customer services to our beloved customer. When you say thank you for your businesses, message like this will enhance the experience and build strong relationship with customer. As a result, customers are more likely to remember the end of the interaction than the beginning. Every customer interaction should end in a good satisfaction. Satisfied customers are people who are pleased with a product, service, or experience provided by your company. Way of coping with challenging customer. As a customer service provider, we must perceive our customer as a long-term investment opportunities. Bearing in mind that it is much more convenient to retain an existing customer than it is to recruit a new one. Customer service is strongly urged to feel motivated to tackle difficult customer problems. Furthermore, we must ensure that the customer feel happy and better at the end of engagement than they did at the start. More of dealing with challenging customers allows us to improve our listening skills and learn new things. At the same time, it enhances our ability to solve problems quickly and efficiently. This ability is essential for providing excellent customer service. Summarize, coping with challenging customers was the most tricky method in the customer service principles that we discovered to be significantly relevant to daily life in the workplace. These incidents always occur in customer service and is properly disclosed to us in many aspects. Hence, everyone knows how taxing it can be to work in customer service. Due to the circumstance, we are able to acknowledge and actively consider this matter. To provide excellent customer service, we must know that our customer organization must valuable resource. Customers who are difficult to deal with present problems, it is something that we cannot avoid. It is given in customer service. When things are going well, they are easy to manage. When things are not going well for consumer, things become more difficult. Therefore, if we master the skill and knowledge, we can handle this problem more better and efficiently. From then, we will become more effective and economical assets to the organization work, from which we will hire to perform. That is all from us. Thank you for watching.